The sad truth about the tallest players in the NBA, advantage or disadvantage? Being the tallest player in the NBA sounds like an advantage, right? But what happens when that same height becomes a problem? Throughout the league's history, we've seen giants dominate the paint, but we've also seen how their own bodies worked against them. Today, I'll tell you who the tallest players in NBA history are and why, in many cases, their height caused them more trouble than benefits. I'll also introduce you to a player who dreams of making it to the NBA, but faces serious challenges because of his size. Stay until the end because these stories will definitely surprise you. The tallest players and their struggles. Let's start with the biggest names, literally. But we won't just talk about their height. We'll also dive into the specific challenges that came with being so tall. Gheorghe Muresan, 7 feet 7 inches. The Romanian big man was the tallest player in NBA history, but his career was plagued by constant back and knee injuries. His massive frame put extreme stress on his joints, and while he was a skilled player, his time in the league was short-lived. Manute Bol, 7 feet 7 inches. Despite being an elite shot blocker, his extremely thin frame made him fragile against stronger, more physical opponents. His lack of muscle mass limited his ability to play in the paint and shortened his career longevity. Shawn Bradley, 7 feet 6 inches. He's remembered as one of the most frequently posterized players in NBA history. While his height allowed him to block shots, his lack of muscle and agility made him an easy target for quicker offensive players. Yao Ming, 7 feet 6 inches. One of the few giants who became a true superstar. However, his career was cut short by repeated foot and ankle fractures. His body simply couldn't withstand the constant impact of playing at the highest level, forcing him into an early retirement. Despite his incredible talent, his own physique was his biggest obstacle. Tacko Fall, 7 feet 6 inches. Although he's well-liked for his charisma and size, he never managed to establish himself in the NBA. His lack of speed and mobility kept his playing time very limited. The case of Adegoke, the giant who didn't make it to the NBA. Now, let's talk about Obaidun Adegoke, a player who shattered height records at 7 feet 11 inches but never made it to the NBA. Adegoke went viral when Shaquille O'Neal posted a video with him, where even the legendary big man looked small standing next to him. However, his extreme height hasn't been an absolute advantage. He grew so fast that he developed a hunchback, and his posture is extremely stiff. His mobility is severely limited, and when he runs, it looks like his legs might collapse under his weight. While he dominates near the rim because of his size, his endurance is low, and he takes too long to move from one end of the court to the other. On top of that, he lacks a reliable jump shot, his coordination is poor, and he doesn't have the agility to defend quicker players. All of these factors have prevented any NBA team from seriously considering him. Why being extremely tall isn't always an advantage. Beyond these individual cases, there are clear patterns in the struggles faced by exceptionally tall NBA players. These are some of the most common challenges. Limited mobility. Extremely tall players often struggle with quick movements and directional changes, making them vulnerable against faster, more explosive opponents. Constant injuries. Their joints, especially knees and ankles, bear an enormous amount of weight, leading to chronic problems and, in many cases, early retirements, as seen with Yao Ming. Faster fatigue. A body over 7 feet tall requires significantly more energy to move and play at a high intensity, meaning these players tire out faster and need frequent breaks. Lack of stamina. Most of these players can't maintain peak performance throughout an entire season without experiencing physical setbacks. Skill limitations. Very few extremely tall players develop an effective long-range shot, making them dependent on the paint. Additionally, they tend to be slow on defense, struggling against more dynamic players. However, not all ultra-tall players have had careers defined by struggles. One clear exception is Yao Ming. Yao Ming, the giant who left his mark. Yao Ming wasn't just an 8-time NBA All-Star, he left a lasting legacy in the league. He played a crucial role in making basketball popular in China and became a global icon of the sport. With his height and skill, he dominated the paint, averaging over 19 points and 9 rebounds per game throughout his career. In 2016, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest centers of his generation. Although injuries forced his early retirement, Yao Ming proved that with talent and dedication, it's possible to overcome physical challenges and leave an unforgettable mark on the NBA. As we've seen, being extremely tall in the NBA can be both an advantage and a curse. If the body isn't prepared to handle the demands of the league, a player's career can end sooner than expected. What do you think? Do you believe taller players have more of an advantage or a disadvantage in the NBA? Let me know in the comments and tell me what other topics you'd like us to cover on the channel. I want to talk to you about our challenge, Winning is Possible. You know, this challenge started with a balance of 234,043 units. We set out to prove how professional sports betting management can generate significant growth in a year. Our goal is to reach at least 936,172 units, and in the first 3 months, we have recorded 522,530 in profits. We still need 413,642 units to achieve it. How are we achieving these results? We are applying 3 different strategies, each with its own approach and methodology. First path, the Emperor method. With this method, we have recorded 9,634 units in over 100 bets. Each of these bets has been analyzed and documented, showing its performance over time. Second path, the 3 levels method. With this strategy, we have accumulated 64,306 units in 300 bets, organized into segments of 100. Each result has been recorded and shared in previous videos, so if you haven't watched them yet, I invite you to check them out. Third path, high spread total mode. With this approach, we have made over 150 picks and recorded a total of 448,590 units in profits. Each pick has followed a structured analysis, and the results have been documented for reference. Important. Results may vary and depend on multiple factors, including risk management and discipline in applying strategies. We do not guarantee specific outcomes, but we share our experiences and methods with full transparency. If you want to learn more about how we apply these strategies, check out our previous videos and follow the process with us. Now, let's dive into a very interesting topic, the evolution of sports betting. I'll start by clarifying something fundamental. There is no evolution without change. And for that reason, humans have not evolved in this activity. But what needs to change to get better results? Based on my perspective and personal experience, here's what I can say. You can't bet and win at sports betting. But you can win with or through sports betting. In fact, something we all know is that sportsbooks win with bets. To understand this, we need to revisit the concept of sports betting. By definition, sports betting is nothing more than trying to predict a winner in an event with the goal of making a profit. And this is where the difference lies. While the bettor must make a choice in that prediction, one they often lose, the sportsbook never chooses and, in the long run, always wins. Now that we've identified the problem, we can find a simple and straightforward solution, which is to completely eliminate predictions and picks. By doing this, we're applying change, the change that allows evolution in this field. From its origins in the Olympic Games of ancient Greece to today, people have always tied their bets to a choice. In reality, making a choice is the major bias and the trap that all traditional bettors fall into. You know what? In almost 40 years in this business, I've never met a bettor who, relying solely on their own analysis, could be considered profitable by trying to predict the winner. Only a small minority, those who use methods and strategies, achieve good results. And why is that? Think about it. When you use a method, you don't have to predict or choose. You and your ego are practically out of the equation, because all you have to do is follow a precise indication. The key is that the method must have been rigorously tested before using it. To wrap this up, I want to repeat the point I started with. You can't bet and win at sports betting because, historically, it just hasn't worked. But you can win with or through sports betting by using a method with precise indications that, when followed with consistent discipline, completely eliminate our tendency to choose and fail. You should know that we don't win every day, nor do we lose every day. To give you a real example, here's a table showing the graphical representation and data of what happened between day 12 and day 24 of the challenge. As you can see, on day 22, all accumulated losses from previous losing days were fully recovered, reaching 122,138 units of profit. Then, consecutively, profits increased to 366,319 units, showing an upward trend that reflects the actual performance of results when professional sports betting management is applied. This is why the success of the system cannot be measured on a daily basis, but rather in the medium term. Here's another example showing the same recurring pattern. This demonstrates that professionally managing sports bets is the key to consistently achieving excellent results. Please note that our challenges, courses, and workshops are for educational and informational purposes only. Now, let's present the results of the high spread total picks for day 42. In our pick number 158, we bet 42,000 units on Elon winning, and here are the results of that matchup. Elon University covered the spread of +1, which means we won this play. We update the profits in the high spread total mode, adding the 38,181 units won today, bringing our total to 448,590 units. We will continue testing professional sports betting management and will present new plays. In the College Basketball League, we will make our pick number 159. In this matchup between Elon University and UAB Blazers, we are betting 22,000 units on the under. Now, we just have to wait for the result. That's it for today's picks. You know, sports betting has been an unresolved global challenge. Think about it. No matter how much talent you have or how many titles hang on your wall, how many times have you seen brilliant people like doctors, engineers, or lawyers face the same frustrations in this activity? Sports betting has been a challenge that even affects the best. Because in this field, humans haven't evolved. This is because success doesn't rely solely on knowledge or intuition. Here, the difference between losing and winning lies in having a professional and effective strategy. The good news is that you don't have to face this alone anymore. Professional sports betting management is the key to solving this problem, and on my website, you'll find 3 courses specifically designed to teach you how to master these strategies and consistently achieve great results. Online seminar, How to Professionally Manage Sports Betting Using the Emperor Method. Discover a structured and proven system that will help you manage your bets successfully, step by step. Online workshop, How to Professionally Manage Sports Betting Using the 3 Levels Method. Learn how to implement tiered strategies that will increase your chances of success while minimizing risks. In-person seminar, How to Professionally Manage Sports Betting Using the High Spread Total Method. This advanced course is designed for those looking to master strategies that have shown impressive results. These courses aren't just for experts. You know what? Anyone who trains can master this activity. And the best part is that on es.sportsbetseminar.com, you'll find all the detailed information about each course and how you can enroll. I've included the link in this video's description so you can register right now and take the first step toward your second entry. You know, the Emperor method practically originated alongside the professional management of sports betting. It's so powerful that it can serve as the foundation for developing other methods. One example is the 3 levels method, which we applied to 300 bets, divided into segments of 100 each. Every single bet was won, none were lost, and each one was documented and published. This proves that it's possible to win using different strategies, and we're backing it up with real results. Something everyone knows is that snake oil salesmen never show results. They're very persuasive. But results in smoke are like water and oil, they never mix. That's why, if someone offers you a course and claims they can teach you a certain subject, what you should do is demand results first. If what they're offering really works, they'll have no problem showing them to you. But if they're just selling smoke, they'll likely disappear. Our distinct feature is transparency because we document each strategy with clear and accessible records, showcasing the real performance of our methods. The effectiveness rate of our methods is fully guaranteed with a money-back policy that ensures a full refund within 7 days after completing each course. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, we invite you to support us with a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Second Entry, right now to join us in this exciting challenge. I say goodbye and I'll see you in the next video where I will continue to show the results of this successful formula for winning.